We're live. All right. So I hope everyone had a good New Year's and a Christmas if you celebrate it. Zakk's got to tell me about a funny robot game that is going to save Sony. I hope.
My brother in Christ, this is the kind of thing that will indoctrinate a person.
Yeah.
I never understood brand elitism until right now.
Yeah.
My brother in Christ, the controller is a ship,
Yes.
and you fly on it, and you collect little guys, and they go into your controller, and then you can flick your controller, and they bounce around.
That alone is
good.
That's worth the purchase alone.
It's so good. I can't even begin to describe how good Astrobot is. I've played one level, and I'm indoctrinated. I played Astro's Playroom and one level of Astrobot. There's a whole game of this. There is a whole game of this, dude.
A whole game.
There's bonus levels where you can find extra guys. There's like secret levels that you have to do certain puzzles to unlock a different hub world, like in Crash Bandicoot. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. Like, straight up. There's like, they do funny things with physics, right?
Right, yeah.
There's like a wind level, but you can't just have like a regular wind level. Let's put leaves everywhere.
That's cool.
So that the leaves are blowing all over the place so you can play in the leaves. Like you're 4. Yes!
Yes!
Oh my god. Dude, they had this... Oh my goodness. They had this puzzle where I was running around, you see a stack of logs, right?
Yeah.
And you can walk up to the logs. You have like a double jump in the game where you shoot like a little laser beam down.
Ooh.
And
Mario Sunshine.
It's also it's also treated like an attack, right?
Oh, okay.
So if you double jump over these logs, it will split the logs in half.
Oh, that's cool.
And you're like, oh, that's cool. That's like future. That's like video games, dude. So you do it again, and you do it again. You're like playing around with this like physics-based log cutting thing. And when you do it enough times, it reveals a secret at the bottom that gives you an Astrobot. And it's like, oh,
that's cool.
Oh!
Yo!
Oh!
That's video games, baby.
That's video games, baby. Like, it encourages you to experiment. It encourages you to like see the cool things that they did. And when you go in and play around with the things that they let you play around with, then they reward you for doing so. This is... Mario Odyssey might be a hack game.
No, you can't. Well...
Mario Odyssey is like, here's a moon, here's a moon, here's a moon. Oh, did you walk to this part of the map? Here is a moon. This is like, oh, did it pique your interest by seeing a weird thing and a funny new mechanic you've never seen in a video game before? Play around with it a little bit. Here's your reward, sir.
I hope they just let him be the mascot for something.
Oh my goodness.
He's already pushing the products. Let him be. Let him be
Mario
that.
Mario Odyssey is a miraculous game.
It is.
It's one of my favorite games on the Switch. It's incredible. But dude,
yeah, I understand.
Mario Odyssey did not make me feel like this once.
Because I told you a little bit before the show, I saw the Christmas DLC and I saw Tomba and I had a flashback from when I was 5. Putting my funny Tarzan man in the PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh my god, they did it. And I cry like an actual child. I couldn't believe it. It's like seeing a friend you thought was dead come back to life. And I'm like, you can't do me like this. You can't.
You also get like these little puzzle pieces.
Ooh.
In the levels.
Yeah.
Like the game is about collecting Astrobots, right? Like these little guys. Getting all your buddies back, right?
Yeah, right.
that look like Crash Bandicoot. But there's also puzzle pieces they can collect in the levels, like secrets, not that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And collecting the puzzle pieces actively unlocks new things in the hub world.
Oh.
Which one of the things that you can unlock is the dressing room. So I think that is like your 100% reward for collecting all of the cool little puzzle pieces throughout the levels.
Nice.
Which I hope that's the case, because that would be sick. Because a 100% reward being now you can dress up as Crash Bandicoot and play through the game as him.
Oh, I know what you're talking. I've seen it. I think you'll be happy about it. I won't spoil it. I think you'll be happy about it.
They also let me keep my super secret friendos that I got in Astro's Playroom, so I already have my Bloodborne skin for when I get the changing room.
Also, quick sidebar. The fact that Bloodborne hasn't had a remake yet and Last of Us 2 has 15 is crazy.
It's wild, dude.
Like, I don't understand. I actually don't, but that's fine. Let's continue.
Well, it's because Naughty Dog needs cash. Naughty Dog is making like a real life person in a video game. They need loads of money to push the power of the PS5 on their ultimate super cool new game, right?
Right.
Naughty Dog needs to farm this game so that they can make their next game. And Naughty Dog can afford to focus on farming The Last of Us until they get all the funding that they need. From Software doesn't work for Sony.
True.
Yet. Sony is like I think Sony recently bought a bunch of shares. They're like the number one shareholder right now.
Yeah.
So they don't own From, but they have a lot of sway in what they do.
That's fair.
It's either Sony or Microsoft that did it. I don't remember. But like From Software doesn't have time to make a remake of Bloodborne. They had them remake Demon Souls instead. And then they went off to make Elden Ring. So cool. Are we going to get like an outside company to remaster Bloodborne?
I want something. I would like to play it because I'm not taking out the PS4. Put it on Steam, please.
True. It's a good game.
You know what also would make Naughty Dog some money? And this is just a thought. You know, if you have like a small side project you don't put like a lot of money into, and you call it like Jack and Daxter, that'd be great. I mean, it's a shot in the dark, but if you did that, that'd be cool. And I think a lot of people would like it a whole bunch. And I think that would
Jack and Daxter would make money.
But
The Last of Us makes all of the money.
I see.
We can't sell the rights to Jack and Daxter to Netflix for the Jack and Daxter show. Nobody would watch that.
Except for me. And you. And most people we know.
Yeah.
and probably some of our parents. That's fine.
But let's be honest though, like what if we made a movie and we called it a video game?
Why?
And then everybody would be like, it's cinema.
You know, it'd be cool. Like, you know that video game Uncharted, right? You know how Nathan Drake's like 30 or 20 or something, right? Why don't we hire Tom Holland, a man who is perpetually 17?
Thomas Holland.
To play this 30-year-old man, and we hire Mark Wahlberg to play the old guy that's with him, even though Mark Wahlberg is perpetually like 30 or 40. Let's just do that.
It's really funny because I think I'm pretty sure Nathan Fillion looks exactly like Nathan Drake.
No, can't do that. He's not Spider-Man.
I'm pretty sure Nathan Drake's voice actor looks exactly like him.
No. Can't do it. Nathan Drake's voice actor is not Spider-Man. He doesn't have the star power, Zakk.
Well, at the very least, if you need someone who can do their own stunts, getting the guy who played Spider-Man
True.
kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, if you need somebody to climb on rocks and fight dudes.
Is Spider-Man in Astrobot? No, right?
I haven't seen Spider-Man.
I don't think he is. Ratchet is. I know that.
I doubt Disney would let them do that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, because Sony owns Spider-Man, or at least the movie rights to him.
I don't. Yeah.
It's like Spider-Man is like a twisted web of nonsense.
It is.
When it comes down to who owns Spider-Man, because I'm pretty sure Marvel still owns the right to comic book Spider-Man.
Yes.
Sony bought the rights to movie Spider-Man, which is why they're making all of like the Sinister Six movies, right?
Yeah.
Because they rented the rights to make the Spider-Man movies to Disney on the idea that A, Disney would give them a lot of money, and B, they would have like a crossover event where Sony would actively make MCU movies after they finish setting up the Sinister Six in the Spider-Man without Spider-Man extended universe, because Disney has the rights to movie Spider-Man right now, but Sony owns the rights to movie Spider-Man, so they can make Spider-Man movies, but they can't use the character of Spider-Man who they gave to Disney temporarily.
Can I have a Blade movie, please?
No.
Okay.
Morbius failed.
All right.
But Morbius was your Blade movie. I'm sorry.
No, I understand.
Also, Blade isn't a Spider-Man villain, so.
Oh. But he was in Deadpool. That doesn't matter.
To be honest, back when Marvel was at its peak, when they started making like the Daredevil show on Netflix, a Blade show would have been so sick.
Yeah, I hated the Iron Fist show.
Iron Fist was terrible.
Like, actually, I hate it. Also, in the Daredevil show, Kingpin is better than Daredevil. I love that man.
Yeah. Dude, the Daredevil show, at least the first season, immaculate.
Yes.
It fell to pieces by season 3, but that first season was so good. It had no right to be that good, man.
Actual peak television. Actually insane. And then Punisher is trying to hold the ship together in season 3, and it's not working. No, you're going to ask me, did you like the Luke Cage show? I did not.
I thought Luke Cage was fine.
That's a good answer. It's fine.
It was very mediocre television. It wasn't Iron Fist. It wasn't insulting.
No, it wasn't.
Like, all you have to do for Iron Fist is make a Jackie Chan kung fu movie.
Yes.
And then just extend that to an entire season of television.
Basically, yeah.
All you need is cool kung fu all of the time.
Oh.
But instead, they're like, but what if we focused on the fact that he's a billionaire and white?
Also,
that's it.
Also, zombie serum. I'm like, oh, okay. We got Lazarus Pits and Marvel. I didn't know that. But I don't read the comics.
For the love, I don't care about any of that. Give me the story where Iron Fist punches a dragon in the heart and attains the power of the god of Kung Fu.
That's metal. Put that in.
Put that in! I already watched the Green Arrow show. I don't need that again.
I could not watch the Green Arrow. I watched Flash.
Mm-hmm. Flash was really good for the first 2 seasons. Green Arrow was really good for the first 2 seasons.
I agree.
And then they both became CW shows.
And then they put a CGI Shark Man in the Flash. And I'm like, oh, well, time to go. Thank you so much.
While it lasted.
Also, Erebar Thawne is amazing until he is not. And then I have to get up from my chair and leave the room. Like, you ruined it.
It was me, Barry. I love that meme.
It's so good.
My man is just made to be a hater.
He is.
Oh, he's so good.
In other news, apparently Multiverses has attributed to Warner Brothers losing over $100 million.
No way. Really?
Yes.
They put that much money into Multiverses?
It's one of the things. So
how much did they pay LeBron?
Enough. And it's how can I put this? It is immaculate that you lead with Banana Guard upon coming back after, I guess, stealing everyone's money, and then you give people Marceline, the good Adventure Time character, and Raven with the largest posterior I have ever seen. You put them both at the tail end when no one cares, and you still have to pay for both of them. This is a charlatan game.
Yeah, but I don't care about any of that. Dude, is Rain Dog in the game?
I don't understand that.
Yo, did they put Rain Dog in the game? I need to know if my favorite character, Rain Dog, is in the video game.
The fact that there's a level, and I didn't get this until somebody said it, and I'm like, you're absolutely right. There's a level that turns you into Rain Dog. It's the Powerpuff Girls level with the Anubis statue from that episode. And
they wanted to make their Powerpuff OC so bad, dude.
That is crazy to me. Like, you don't have Scooby-Doo. You don't have Courage. You don't have Hong Kong Phooey, Huckleberry Hound, none of these other dogs. You have the document.
Not even Crypto, Superman's crime-fighting dog.
No. Not Ace, Batman's dog. No, you don't get any. Oh my god.
They didn't even put Disney's Bolt. Not a single Paw Patrol.
Could you imagine if Terry McGinnis was in the game?
If they put Batman Beyond?
Oh my god.
Could you imagine Static Shock in this game?
I would weep. Because my boy is here. I got so mad with Injustice they never put Static in. I'm like, this is another realm, you suck. Also, they're selling another realm.
Of course.
Because they suck, that's why.
Mortal Kombat's over, dude.
Mortal Kombat, should I say it again? I've said it so many times. It's been bad.
I guess if Warner's selling NetherRealm, I guess that means Injustice is a dead series.
Yeah, basically.
That's sad. Injustice was always kind of good.
Injustice was better than Mortal Kombat, which is odd. But
any fighting game where you get to be Superman is worth it.
Yeah, it is. Except Multiverse.
Except Multiverses.
The fact that we will not put Plastic Man in anything, but we'll put Jake the Dog. I'm so... They're the same thing. DC loves to lose. They love it. Maybe the Superman movie will be good and I will change things around, but oh my god.
I mean, I trust in James Gunn. I believe in this new Superman movie. They put their best foot forward, dog.
I still need to see the
trailer. They put Crypto in the movie.
That's cool.
They put Superman's dog in the trailer.
That's hope. Superman.
He's not destroying the city. He's fighting in an empty stadium.
Good.
He is jumping in front of a wall of debris to save a family. Superman is back.
Thank God, too, because we've had too many evil Supermen. Because Homelander is getting on my nerves.
You can have as many evil Supermans as you want.
Yeah.
So long as one of them isn't Superman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Injustice, what if Superman was the bad guy? Superman could be the bad guy whenever. That's not the point of Superman.
I mean, you already have Zod. That's just...
making Superman the bad guy would be like, oh, what if we made Batman a Super Saiyan? What if we made Batman wish upon the Dragon Balls and made him a Super Saiyan? What if Batman was just as strong and as powerful as Superman, and then he just killed the Joker? Wouldn't that be interesting? No!
Oh.
The story is over when Superman is evil, because the point of Superman is that he's a good boy.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So I hope that Superman's back is strong enough to carry the DCU. Because,
like, I trust Zack Snyder with my life to make a Batman movie.
Yes.
I do not trust him with the Superman franchise.
Speaking about Batman, a little while ago, I watched the entire Penguin series.
Mm-hmm.
It's very good up until the
I heard
end.
it was good.
It's very good up until the end. Because
Which is good, because Penguin has always been based.
Yeah, no, but I love Penguin. Penguin's my favorite. I love him more than the Joker, which is why I'm mad. Because they give Penguin a sidekick, right? Which is very new and very fresh because he never has a consistent sidekick. And this guy is for Penguin. He's for Oswald.
My man.
He's for Mr. Cobb all the way through. And should I spoil it?
Go for it.
He chokes him out.
No!
He kills him in the park with his hands for no reason.
No!
Just chokes him to death. And I'm like,
no, my ride or die man.
Cobb just chokes him out. I'm like, so see, that's why I get mad, because I'm reminded, oh, that's right. Penguin needs to be a comic book villain. You need to reset him back to zero, because no one can develop but the Joker. No one gets anything but the Joker. Nobody. Nobody. The Joker gets Harley Quinn, and Harley Quinn can do everything, including having a scratch and sniff fart comic that's coming out. Which I'm like, DC, you're so cooked. You do stupid stuff all the time. I hate you so much. But yeah, it's only Joker. Only Joker gets to have everything. Penguin can't have anything. He can't have a cool sidekick. We can't call him the Puffin, which would have been sick. We can't have any of that. No.
Could you imagine the absolute girth, the absolute power of the Bane extended universe?
Yes.
Could you imagine Bane having an entire wrestling syndicate?
Yes. I'll call them the Vials, because Venom. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, it's so base. And they all break everyone's backs. Yes. But we can't we are not Marvel. We can't build anybody up. If it's not the Joker, they're all bums. I hate this about it. I hate it so much. I hate it. I hate it. Because nothing ever changes. If it's not,
I know, like, they give the Riddler a lot too, but never really a sidekick.
They reset him back to zero each time. He's always he's either unwashed or he's Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
there's no in between. He doesn't take a bath, or he's Jim Carrey. That's it. Fine. Batman gets like 16 Batwomen, by the way. Why is that?
Yeah.
Why?
Dude, there's like 5 Robins. It's kind of funny.
There's a girl one too. There's the redheaded one. There's the one that's his son.
Hey, you put some respect on Damian Wayne.
I like Damian the best. Like, I like him. I like him a lot.
Damian is basically it's another, like, so many Robins are used to ask the question, what would happen if Batman killed people?
Yeah.
And there's so many routes that you could go with that, and they're always interesting so long as it's not Batman doing it.
Because I'll tell you what, Terry and Damian are the best one.
Yeah.
Because either you get Samurai Ronin Batman, who will kill everyone, or you get Batman who will prank on you and make you feel like a fool. Both of these are good options.
I like Jason Todd a lot.
Fair.
He's the one that becomes Red Hood.
Oh yeah, he's cool.
Jason Todd coming back from the Lazarus pit and being completely and utterly beside himself that Batman didn't kill the Joker in revenge.
Yeah.
It's like, this man beat me to death and you didn't kill him? And Batman's like, no, I don't kill people. It's like, you should have killed that one, though.
With a crowbar.
I'll do it then.
With a crowbar. Jesus Christ.
It's like, he's not even mad that he didn't kill the Joker. He's mad that Batman didn't care enough to murder someone because his protege got killed.
Yeah.
And so he's like, well, what if I then become the Batman that kills people? I'll show him.
And then in a comic, he becomes friends with Bizarro, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And that one Amazon who's not Wonder Woman. I forgot her name.
Like, I'm pretty sure there's a Red Hood comic series where he travels the world and fights crime alongside Starfire, which is cool. He rocks, but like, I like Red Hood. He is a funny guy.
Very cool.
And once again, he's a Batman that kills people, but he's not Batman, and that's what makes it interesting.
The only time when it's not interesting is the Batman who laughs, because that's Batman.
Yeah, because it's Batman.
I hate
I've been going down a big Batman rabbit hole recently.
Bat hole.
So, a bat hole. I've been going down the Bat Cave itself, where I've just been listening to people like talk about Batman stories and whatnot. And there's a standalone comic about the Riddler, right?
Yeah.
Where the Riddler gets out of Arkham and he tells Batman, he's like, hey, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna get out of Arkham because I always get out of Arkham. Aren't I smart to mention this? Winks at audience. Isn't it crazy how Batman's villains always escape? But I'm gonna get out of Arkham, and if you touch me, then I'm just gonna start killing people, Batman. So I, the Riddler, am too smart for you. So I'm just gonna kill people now. And that's like the premise of it. Because the Riddler's tired of playing games with Batman to show off that the Riddler is smarter than Batman.
Yeah.
No, he's just like, I'm tired of losing, so I'm just gonna start killing a guy. If you mess with me, Batman, so you'll be basically killing people. And it's like that's like an interesting premise.
Yeah.
For a villain. Even if it is like a little bit against his character. So it's like, well, how is Batman going to deal with this guy? Because if Batman so much as beats him up and puts him into Arkham, he's going to get out of Arkham and he's going to start killing people. And he's going to try to blame Batman for those people that he's killed. So how does Batman defeat this quandary, this premise, this villain, right?
Right, yeah.
Like, is he going to do something creative and cool? Is he going to like call one of his super friends to beat him up? Because it'd be like, well, I didn't touch you. That was Superman.
Right.
Or is he going to be like, I'm going to get Red Hood and he's going to be like, well, if you get out of there and start killing people, then I'll kill you because I'm not Batman. I will kill you, dog. Are we going to do that? Are we going to force Edward Nygma into a situation where he's like falling off a cliff or something. And he's like, help me, Batman. And Batman's like, I can't. I'm not allowed to touch you, Ed. He's like, I don't care. Break the rule. And then Batman gets to touch him again. And then he beats him up. And he, outsmarts Edward in a creative and cool way. Is that how? No.
Oh.
Batman just kills him.
Oh. Well.
That's how they end that. That's how they end that comic. Batman just like murders the Riddler.
That's boring.
But he does it in like a super cool way where he's like, "Hey Riddler, what is Riddle me this, Ed. What do you meet once and then it is there forever? It's death, and then I killed the Riddler.
A child wrote this.
Do you know how boring that is?
American comics were a mistake. Also, if anyone's listening, apparently, no, the Americans did not invent the comic book. It was the Japanese, because Golden Bat is just Superman, and he is from Japan. You ever heard of Golden Bat?
No.
He is this golden skeleton man who carries a rapier and has a red cape, and he comes out of nowhere and he just laughs at evil, and he lives in the Alps, his fortress of solitude, and he has super strength. And he's from Japanese like traveling sideshows.
Ah.
But he's like a comic character technically.
That's fun.
Yeah, so yeah.
I mean, dude, China, I shouldn't start with China, but like Japanese, China, Eastern mythologies, like China especially, is very good at creating characters like that, because that's what, like, Wukong is like the first comic book character.
Yeah.
Like, Wukong is just basically Superman, but way more violent.
And then
because the man could do anything.
That's true. And then Golden Bat is cited to being responsible for starting the Super Sentai craze.
That makes sense.
Because he looks like a Super Sentai hero. But anyway, bringing it back to comics and then to Astrobot, kind of, it is apparent that Maturing is realizing that Insomniac is a cooked company. Ratchet and Clank is very mediocre. And copying Arkham Asylum is a mistake with Spider-Man. The Wolverine game looks terrible. It's leaked.
Oh.
It's bad.
Oh.
Because you are slow and you are very fat. And you have to scale the walls like a drunk bear. Your claws.
Well, maybe seeing how he plays in Marvel Rivals will make them consider something different.
No.
Because Wolverine in Marvel Rivals is
based.
It is just Wolverine. I throw myself in the middle of combat. I become a blender.
Yes.
I turn off my brain and just win.
Also, Squirrel Girl is too thick. I can't handle it. I've been playing her all the time. Am I helpful to the team? Probably not, but I don't care about that.
I am nearly maxed out on Loki.
Fair.
I play him so much. Like, because I like healers, and I like turret characters, and they decided to give us a turret healer. My guy.
It's good. Also, I feel bad for all the people saying, well, what if there was a DC Rivals? There will never be a DC Rivals.
It would be based.
It would be great. I would love it. I would love to finally play as Plastic Man in a video game. I'd love it. Because guess who's coming? Mr. Fantastic is coming to Marvel Rivals.
I need the Fantastic Four so bad in that game, man.
He goes Gear Forth Bound Man.
Ooh.
He turns, it literally looks like that, because he gets like this huge torso. It's so cool.
I need a half-decent representation of Benjamin Grimm outside of the comics in any feasible way. I have been a fan of The Thing since I was 7 years old.
Agreed.
And they never get him right.
I love The Thing. I love him so much. And
they get the Fantastic Four wrong every time. It's insane.
Or sometimes they just don't put them in at all and just make Super Skrull. Thanks, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I appreciate it. But as far as I know, the Human Torch and the Invisible Woman, along with Mr. Fantastic, are going to be in there. I don't know about The Thing, but he probably is.
I mean, they need more tanks.
Yeah, they do. They actually do.
Ben Grimm is perfect for that.
Indeed. Ooh, him, the Rhino, the Juggernaut. Oh,
Juggernaut's gotta be in there at some point, man.
yes, sir. Oh!
Juggernaut's gotta be in there at some point.
Also, put Juggernaut Marvel 4, please. Oh my god. Oh, I love the Juggernaut. Yes, sir. Also, Colossus. Colossus, like, this is a lot of stuff.
They already have the fastball special program.
Right. Do it again.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it would be so easy.
Give him a thing with a Deadpool, because your Deadpool's going to be in there at some point.
Deadpool's gotta be in there at some point.
Have him throw Deadpool at people, and he just he spins around and keeps shooting people. Do that.
They're probably waiting until, like, the game is about to die, and then they'll put Deadpool in.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Bruh.
I have never seen a better representation of Spider-Man, though.
It's crazy. It's Insomniac in shambles.
It's like they just made Spider-Man into this like annoying, cringy teenager that everyone hates.
Good.
Oh, he's so perfect.
Excellent. And I like that Squirrel Girl is from the Midwest. She's from Fargo. This is good. These are good things. Psylocke is back. Thank you. Thank you.
I cannot believe how good Storm feels.
I need to play her. Oh my god.
It's like she moves relatively quickly.
Yeah.
But she feels really slow. She feels really slow. Like her animations, the way that she moves.
Yeah.
She feels really slow exclusively because every time she is ever introduced, it's always her slowly descending from the sky. And they have that general aesthetic perfect on her. She is great.
How did they do this? You know, also, the fact that Groot and Rocket are two different characters, thank you. I say that all the time, and everyone thinks I'm crazy. I'm like, why would they be one character? Why would they? Like, no. That's what I wanted for Marvel vs. Capcom for years. They're immaculate.
Yeah, and you can combine them, and it's amazing.
That's what I wanted. That's all I wanted. Yes.
It's so good.
Oh my goodness. Also, I play a lot of Mantis. Mantis is a good healer.
Mantis is getting nerfed. Straight up. Mantis is unbelievably good.
He's great. Oh my god. I have not played Star-Lord. Star-Lord is good.
He's ridiculous. Star-Lord is one of those characters that I know is good because I steal his ultimate as Loki all the time.
Oh, fair.
Like, there's certain characters that you see as Loki and you just start, like, licking your lips and rubbing your hands together.
Yeah, boy.
Star-Lord is one of them. Storm is one of them. Spider-Man sometimes. Like, that's what I love about Loki, though. Like, you get to, like, play based off of the team comp.
Yeah.
Which is very funny.
Recently, because I played a lot of Team Fortress 2 back in the day, I did a video on Mystique. And like how I would kind of like her to be in the game. I don't know if they're even thinking about that, but it would be cool if we had more X-Men.
It would be cool if we had more X-Men, but man, like, if we're putting more X-Men in the game, like, there are so many characters that we have to put in there before Mystique.
Yeah, Cyclops.
How on earth is Cyclops not in the game?
Yeah.
Like, you need, like, Cyclops and Colossus are the first two.
Yeah. Then Nightcrawler's a good one.
Nightcrawler would be a good one. I'd put Juggernaut before Nightcrawler.
Fair. Oh, Quicksilver.
Quicksilver.
Right, because Scarlet Witch is in the game already. So, yeah, put her brother in. And Magneto.
Yeah, Magneto's in there, too. Yeah.
Right. Her father. Sabretooth. Ooh. Sabretooth. I like
there's
that.
So many characters. Like,
oh my god. Havoc.
Jean Grey?
Jean Grey, Phoenix, yeah.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine a Phoenix in the game, and then your ultimate turns you into Dark Phoenix for a while?
Yes.
Like, it's so easy.
Oh, Gambit.
It's so easy. Gambit.
Gambit.
There are so many characters that we need in the game.
I know Blade is coming, or his model was shown off, so I don't know.
Oh man, Blade.
Oh yeah, baby, give it to me,
dude. Any member of the Sinister Six, dude.
Doctor Octopus.
Doctor Octopus would be fun. Green Goblin would be the most fun character of all time.
His first video game appearance, right on, bro.
In this game.
Yes.
Where they already have flyer characters pretty good.
Oh my god.
Like a flyer character that plays like Junkrat.
Yes.
Because he's got the bombs.
And then you can have all the versions of him. You can have the one he's in a purple getup. You can have the movie one where it's like a Super Sentai suit. Oh. You can turn
his ultimate could be where he jumps off of the glider and it flies around.
Yeah.
Auto-targeting people while he stays on the ground throwing bombs.
That's cool.
And then maybe he could get hit by his own glider if he does something wrong.
That's funny. Oh my god. Rhino. I want Rhino so.
Vulture?
Vulture. Ooh.
Like, I would want Gabi before Vulture, but...
That's true.
My big take is put Big Wheel.
Yeah.
Put some of, like, the weird, lesser-known, stupid Spider-Man characters. Put Big Wheel in the wall in.
The wall? No way!
Put the wall in, dude. Like, I don't even want him as a playable character. Put a push map where you have to escort the wall to the Mets game.
What do you have to... That'll work with the Blob, too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. This is good. What a good video game. Also,
it's got so much soul, dude. I cannot believe they managed to get it.
Dagger should be illegal. That'll make sense. That's crazy. I'm so glad it's not MCU all the way down, because that would be awful.
Yeah. I'm surprised they put like Adam Like, I know he's in the newest MCU movie with Guardians 3, but I'm surprised they put Adam Warlock in there.
Adam Warlock, Cloak and Dagger.
I am shocked they put him in before Ant-Man.
Right? I forgot. Right. There is no Ant-Man. No Ant-Man.
Ant-Man would be so funny.
Yeah.
Because he could have like an invisibility move.
Right.
Except it's just him as a tiny guy.
Yeah.
And then his super can make him real big. And he just stomp on people.
The fact there's no Thanos is crazy, too.
Thanos is going to be like a big DLC.
Yeah.
Thanos is a little bit too big. I think.
Fair.
Like not as in big, but as in popular in terms of like villains.
Yeah, I get you.
Like you want more like the. You would want more like a Red Skull before Thanos. You wouldn't want like the smaller villains that have to do with specific heroes.
I would like the Lizard, but I don't know if he would be like.
The Lizard would not be that fun.
Yeah, because he doesn't do a whole lot. Now, Shocker.
Shocker would be funny.
Jamie Foxx.
Shocker would be kind of funny. Electro would be kind of funny.
Yeah.
But I don't even know about Shocker.
Oh, Sandman.
Sandman would be pretty good. Like I'm thinking about like what would work for the mechanics of the game. Oh, which is why I want go on. Oh, Mysterio would be funny.
Yeah.
Mysterio would be funny. But like I said, Green Goblin would be perfect.
Yeah, he would be.
For like how the mechanics of the game works, Gabi is already basically like designed through other characters.
Facts.
I know, like, I've heard that Ultron is next.
Yeah, he is. That leaked.
And I hear Ultron is a flying healer. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Ultron, yeah, a lot leaked. I'm forgetting all of them. But yeah, Ultron's next.
Like, could you imagine how Vision would play in this game?
Sick.
He would be sick, dude.
Oh my.
But I'm happy the Fantastic Four are coming.
Yeah.
For the love of God, please. Please.
I mean, Doom is the main antagonist. Come on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's ridiculous. Yeah. Oh, Tigra. I forgot if she's... What does she do? She's kind of like Cheetah, but she's a guy.
Yeah.
Forgot. But yeah. Oh, Black Cat. That's a good one, too.
Black Cat would be all right. I don't know, like it feels like there needs to be a certain extent of wackiness to get the characters in.
Yeah, fair.
Like, you can have like a few Black Widows and Hawkeyes,
right,
who are just like dudes, but they're like main characters.
Right, true.
And they're like big in the MCU and they're like in the Avengers.
True.
Like, having a character that feels like Black Widow mixed with like Black Panther in Black Cat, but having to reach into Spider-Man's like villain, or not villain, but character roster that deep to put Black Cat in the game. There's so many characters before Black Cat.
That's true.
I don't think there's enough villains. I want more villains.
Ooh. Abomination.
Because we have like Loki and Magneto and I don't know.
Cersei.
Like, I'm trying to think of the villains that we have. It's like
we have
not
Cersei.
Hela?
Oh, Hela. My bad. Hela, yeah.
Yeah. Like, there's a few villains, but not enough. Where's Goblin? Where's Doom?
Yeah. Oh, well, Doom's the antagonist. So, like,
put him in the game.
Yeah, put him in the game.
Put him in.
Bucky doesn't count, does he?
Bucky is like... I would say Bucky counts as much as Venom.
Fair.
Like, they kind of flip-flop between villains and heroes.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Oh, what about Kingpin?
Kingpin would be kind of funny.
He's just a guy, though.
He's just a guy. Like, let's be honest. Like, if we put the Thing in the game,
yeah,
between him and the Hulk, we already have everything that Kingpin does.
Right.
And then it would be very funny to have him just run around punching dudes.
And saying the quote, like, "Did you know I'm only 2% body fat?"
Kingpin running around like Kingpin's interactions would be really funny.
Yeah.
And having the Hulk pull out the blicky would be very hilarious.
Yes.
But I don't think we need Kingpin.
And that he would get passed over for like Juggernaut Colossus. So, like,
exactly. Like, there's so many characters that do what Kingpin does.
Right. I'm drawing a blank. There's a big one in the back that I'm missing.
I mean, how is Red Skull not in the game?
That's true.
Like, how is the main antagonist for each of the Avengers not in the game?
Oh yeah,
like,
Killmonger. Yeah, right.
I mean, Killmonger's a weird one. Killmonger would be a good skin.
Yeah, because he does the same thing. Yeah,
because he basically does the same thing.
That's fair.
But like, how is Red Skull, Abomination?
Right.
Abomination would be good.
Yeah, because I mean, I'd be another tank.
As a tank, and like, Abomination, you could basically do like what the Hulk does,
Yeah.
except like his passive could change based off of the map that he's on. Because his whole thing is that he like absorbs elements into his body, right?
Yeah.
So he could become concrete by touching concrete. So you could have him change, like get different stat boosts based off of the map that he's on, because he's on like, oh, this is a wooden floor, this is a steel floor, this is et cetera, right?
Right.
So that'd be kind of cool.
I like that.
So Abomination would be kind of neat. Like I said, Red Skull. I guess Bucky's already in the game as like their Captain America villain representation.
I guess.
But like you could put Ironmonger, you could put
Ironmonger.
Whiplash, or oh god, where's Orange Man? Where is the Mandarin?
Oh yeah. Oh, what about the what's it? He was in Marvel as well. I forgot his name. The big head in the robot.
Oh, MODOK.
MODOK, yes.
MODOK would be funny. Although is MODOK? I think MODOK is MODOK Marvel?
Yeah, he's Marvel.
Oh, okay.
He was a Marvel sketch.
He feels like a DC villain. He feels like a Brainiac type.
Yeah, there's someone who looks like him. He's called like Egg Foo Young or something.
Mm.
He was in a Harley Quinn comic a while back. He's just he's like MODOK, but he's just an egg.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I see what you're coming from. Yeah.
But the Mandarin. Dog. We already got like completely wasted from the Mandarin in the MCU. Like we wasted that character. And he's like one of the best characters. So one of the best villains in Marvel. He's like one of the most powerful dudes. He's the Mandarin dude. And he could double as Iron Fist's big villain guy. Because basically, like, they basically tried to put the Mandarin back in as a different character in Shang-Chi. So there's a lot of things you could do with that. But, I don't know Doctor Strange's villains all that much, to be honest.
Oh, Dormammu.
We're not putting Dormammu in the game.
He's in Marvel, it's fine.
We are not putting Dormammu in the game.
Fing Fang Foom. Moon Dragon. That's another one. He's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, the Collector would also be kind of fun.
Oh yeah, he's cool.
But honestly, there's not really much you could do with Collector that Loki doesn't already do. Because the Collector would effectively be like Loki, where he just steals other people's kits.
Yeah.
Because that's his whole thing.
Elektra.
Maybe Elektra would be good. Electro would be good.
Electro. Yeah, right.
Where is Daredevil?
Where is Daredevil?
I guess we already have enough like big backline fighter guys.
Oh.
Daredevil would be funny.
I would say
he could be another swing character.
Luke Cage for a tank, but I don't want him.
You've been completely and utterly like wasted for Luke Cage.
Yeah, I do not want Power Man. No, thank you.
I think Luke Cage would be kind of funny. There's enough stuff that we didn't do with Hulk that we could say for Luke Cage.
Yeah.
Like, we could have a move where Luke Cage punches the ground and does a stun on people if they're touching the ground. Stuff like that.
And then he says Sweet Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Morbius.
Morbius would be kind of funny.
Because he can morb out all over the...
More about... It's morbing time! with the echo on it, like he's using his super. Yes,
that's good. I like that. Oh, Miles he's a vampire now. That's cool.
I mean, there's enough you could do with Miles.
Yeah.
I think it would be interesting if you put Miles in as like a healer.
That would be kind of cool.
Like he resuscitates people with his little lightning powers.
Yeah, defibrillator man. Yeah,
and then he could use he uses a lot of tech too, so he could use I don't know, spider healer drones.
Yeah. Oh, the Prowler.
Work like Spider-Man, but on teammates instead of enemies.
Fair. A Prowler would be a good villain.
Prowler would be kind of cool. Although, what could Prowler do that isn't already represented in Wakanda?
True. I don't know.
I guess he could climb on walls?
Yeah.
I don't know if... I don't play enough Black Panther. I don't know if he does that. He might.
Yeah, I don't know either. Well, I mean, it's another Spider person, Spider-Gwen.
Yeah. I mean, dude, you could put every single Spider-Verse character in there.
Yeah, I mean, we already got two. We got Penny. Yeah. Penny Parker.
You could put Peter Porker in there and people would be ecstatic.
I'd be jazzed for Peter Porker. Legit jazzed.
I want Spiders, man. He's like Spider-Man, but he's a man made of spiders.
Yo, also, on that topic, you could have two Black Widows. Because Black Widow now has a symbiote suit.
Oh, that'd be sick.
And then it's like a bunch of spiders.
That's cool.
So she's a spider character now. Oh, Spider-Woman is also a good choice. Not Spider-Gwen, but the one in the red suit.
She's cool. Like I keep saying, though, what would she do that Spider-Man doesn't already do?
Does something.
There's a lot of characters that would be really good skins.
Yeah, fair.
But not like completely different characters.
Yeah, no. Oh, Beast. Then that'd be Wolverine.
Beast.
That'd just be Wolverine?
I mean, sort of. But it's Beast. He's fun.
I like Beast.
It's Beast, though.
Nightcrawler would be crazy.
Nightcrawler would go nuts.
Oh my god.
I'm surprised they haven't put any real speedsters in the game. Could you imagine how fun Quicksilver would be?
Quicksilver, the Wizard. That's another one. I don't know too many in Marvel. God,
Gambit would go so crazy too.
I want Gambit. So
Gambit's probably going to be in the game.
I can't imagine
eventually.
Him not. With his Cajun accent. Jubilee.
From
X-Men.
That's not one I know.
She makes the little sparks. You ever watch the cartoon growing up?
Very, very seldomly.
That's fair. I know she makes... I'm drawing a blank. She could make firecrackers. She wore a trench coat. I forgot the rest of her powers. Yeah, I'm including wearing a trench coat as one of her powers, yes. I
just think, Cyclops would be really funny.
Yeah. Also, the Brotherhood of Mutants. It's Toad is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
The Blob would be a cool tank.
He would, yeah.
Because you can just draw people into his fat folds.
Obviously, Juggernaut.
Yeah, Juggernaut, of course.
I'm surprised they don't have, Would it be cool to have Sentinel in there?
I mean, wait,
the Sentinel robots?
I don't see why not. He's in Marvel. He's in a lot of Marvel games, so I don't...
Yeah.
Why not? Iceman. Oh my god. Iceman would be sick. Oh my god, Iceman. Yes, sir. Oh. I want Iceman now. Oh my god, he's so cool. Oh, what's the other? She turns into Diamond. Oh, what's her name? Oh, she's really hot, and she was about to marry Tony Stark at one point. I forgot her name. She's psychic too. Oh,
I'm not entirely sure.
She wears white. She's not Mystique. She wears white. She's a mutant. She's psychic. Turns into Diamond.
Sounds like a good character.
Oh, what's her name?
I'm just thinking about Iceman and Luna Snow having a combo attack. Emma Frost.
Emma Frost. Also, yeah, you're absolutely right. Iceman and oh, yes. Okay, well, talking about snowy guys, perhaps we should get to
Perhaps we should talk about the chapter.
the chapter. Okay, so first off, happy birthday, Oda. His birthday was on the 1st of January. And also happy birthday, Ace. I find it very funny that he gave Ace his birthday. That's hilarious.
Whoa.
So yeah, we got Luffy on the cover of Jump, looking clean in that watercolor style. And we have a continue. Oh no!
I would
Hold on. TikTok. Oh no. Okay.
wow. Oh yeah, I guess it has been an hour.
Yep.
Well, while we're doing the security challenge,
I got it. Okay, we're good.
I would like to issue an apology.
Oh.
I've been saying for quite a while now that Kaido's forces are strong. I've been saying this over and over again. The Beast Pirates can't be that bad. Kaido's forces are strong. Their only problem is that they were just all fighting Luffy. I would like to issue an apology because clearly,
Hama kick.
top one in the verse.
Yes.
Tama with 2 weeks of training.
Her Kurozumi jeans grow strong.
Kurozumi kick.
Oh man.
Man, could we not even put her leg on fire?
It's hockey. Oh wow, 3.2 on TikTok. Thank you all so much. I didn't even see that.
3.2
3,000.
What's up?
3,200
likes.
Yeah,
Likes or people?
likes.
Okay,
Thank you all so much. Thank you.
but like, let's consider this.
Yeah.
Could you imagine how many character culminations would collide onto this one panel if Tama's leg was on fire?
So you're turning her into Sanji? Wait, I'm not following, sir.
So remember, do you remember when Hold'em was in the story?
Right.
Do you remember how Luffy defeated Hold'em?
Right, with Red Hawk, yeah.
And do you remember why that was important that he specifically used Red Hawk?
Because he also breathes fire? Hold him?
No.
Okay, why?
Because Tama knew Ace.
Ah! I see what you're getting at. Yeah, okay.
So Tama knew Ace. Ace was her best friendo. That's what got Tama to like Luffy and like be more comfortable with Luffy because he used the move that is like Ace, right?
Right.
And she's like, "Oh my god, this is my new big brother."
Right.
Because he did care about Ace. He doesn't hate Ace. He's like holding on to him in spirit.
I like that.
So Tama learning that and the Kurozumi being meant to burn?
Right, because coal, right?
Kurozumi kick should
Kurozumi-
be a fire move.
I don't see why she couldn't learn hockey. Everyone is learning hockey. Who cares? Because, I mean, yeah, she's kicking a grown man like this, so why not?
I mean, like, even if it's not hockey, just put fire on the leg.
Yeah. Well, it's gotta be something.
It would. Of course, it's something. Top one. Tama, more like top one.
Fair.
I cannot believe this.
And this is
just when you thought it could not get worse for Oda's forces.
Yeah.
This is like This is like the top soldier that isn't a flying six.
Yeah?
He was named after a card game.
Well, I mean...
This guy is a Toby Robo if somebody died.
Wait, was he that high ranked? Because there were a lot of them like that.
He was in charge of a town.
Oh, that's true. Ah, man. Well...
He's like one of the strongest members of Kaido's crew.
Well... this would happen.
Unbelievable.
Why could his crotch breathe fire again?
Because lion.
Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, we are at volume 21. Is this going somewhere? Probably not. I'm losing hope.
I mean, what?
You know what this proves to me, though. Honestly,
where can this go?
It could go where Yamato is seeing that everyone on Wano is very capable of taking care of themselves, and they don't need her there, so she can.
How on earth? Kaido really was like holding this entire operation together.
Oh yes, he was.
2 weeks of training, and the children could defeat your top soldiers.
Yes.
How did we lose the first time?
I don't even... That's so interesting, because how did he take over? I mean, he's just that good.
Yeah. It's just Kaido.
It is just Kaido.
25,000 samurai versus just Kaido.
Which, I guess, that kind of is narratively interesting, because he's the polar opposite to, I guess, everybody else. Because Big Mom, even though she's the centerpiece, she's not the only one. You can't say that about, Whitebeard, that was the case.
I mean, diggity dog, if it was just Big Mom holding down the fort and Whole Cake, like, it's a mess over there.
Yeah. No.
Like, you need people in high positions of power to deal with the politics of Big Mom destroying her own country.
Yeah. And then, I guess, it is the same. I guess that's what kind of connects Kaido to Whitebeard, because their crew makeup is basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, everybody is bad except the bird guys. Because Josu's terrible. It's just...
I don't know, man. Diamond Josu blocked an attack from the world's strongest swordsman?
Nah.
It's pretty good!
And then he's frozen by Kuzan.
I mean, let's be honest, though. Who hasn't been frozen by Kuzan?
That's true, but he's the only one who got fatally wounded by being frozen. Got a whole arm lobbed off.
Not even Saul.
Not even Saul. And I think Saul just lost his leg in the explosions or something.
Saul lost his leg before he got frozen.
Oh, I forgot. Okay, yeah.
That's why Saul was on the ground like he was, because he got his leg cut off.
Ah.
Or maybe he got it frozen? I don't remember.
Anyway.
I'll have to reread it.
Me too. But yeah, so... And then Shanks is pretty... we'll talk about that later. But Shanks is pretty well-rounded because his top 4 guys are good.
All hand selected by the greatest recruiters Celestial Dragon could afford.
Yes. We're going to talk about that because I noticed something. No one's from the West. Not a soul is from the West Blue. That's so fascinating to me. On Shanks' crew.
On Shanks' crew?
No one's from the West Blue. But anyway, we have Chopper and Bonnie reading a book.
I guess technically Shanks is from West Blue.
Yeah?
Yeah. He didn't get anyone from his hometown, but technically, like, he was taken from West Blue and immediately got taken to the Grand Line on Roger's crew.
Yeah. That's what's so... okay, let's talk about him now, actually. We'll skip around. It's weird how much missing time there is with Shanks.
Mm-hmm.
Because, okay, we got the whole Roger situation. Then Roger dies. Completely void history. He splits up from Bucky. We don't know what happens.
It's like a void decade.
Yeah.
He goes to Fuchsia Village, travels the Grand Line, and becomes an emperor.
and we only see him pick up Yasop. We don't even see him meet Ben Beckman, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Or Lucky Roo. And Lucky Roo, oddly, is the first one who kills someone in the manga, which is interesting in hindsight.
With a celestial dragon's pistol, mind you.
Oh, you joke, but that's interesting.
Do you know who else uses a pistol?
Charlos.
Ben Beckman, baby.
Well, no, he uses like a double barrel shotgun or something.
True.
But it's weird that, a gun is responsible for killing the first person in the series, and celestial dragons love their guns. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And then he's doing it leisurely while he's eating, which is interesting.
I would like to say though, it's probably not Uda.
That, you know what? Someone left me a comment. I'm torn because it could be, but it may not be.
Like, what is this power that they're using?
It looks like someone mentioned it as bandages. Because
it's wrapped around him.
Now, I'm going to make another video about this, but I'll say it here. That could just be bandages, or it could be song sheets.
Yeah.
So, like, it could be either one. Because what's weird is that this do-do-do sound comes out. And that's kind of reminiscent of like when Luffy's heart's beating. So we relate that sound effect to an actual noise that we've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm like, I don't think it's just bandages. I think it's
something. I wonder if this has ever been done before, this specific onomatopoeia.
I don't know. That's what's... So it could just be bandages.
It might be a gun.
What? I mean, a gun that shoots bandages? It's possible. I don't know. Because, they
like mummy fruit, maybe? Who knows?
Yeah, human fruit model mummy. Oh, no.
That'd be kind of funny.
Let's go human fruit.
That's not a mythical human fruit.
I mean, in the zombie mute movie...
The Hito no Mi model Tom Cruise's The Mummy.
Yeah. Or more like
guess.
Universal's The Mummy, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Imagine if we start delving into specific humans on the human fruit. So we'll have like Tutankhamen or Cleopatra.
I mean, we already got that in Nika.
Yeah. See, but that's like a god. It's not like specific humans.
Yeah, that's fair.
Imagine like the human fruit model Napoleon.
Oh. It makes you shrink.
It makes you average size, actually.
Oh, fair. All right, because he was 5'7". That's right. But yeah. Oh, right. We got the new outfits for... I was going to talk about this. We got the new outfits.
Oh yeah, the new Straw Hat outfit. Oh my god, dude.
Okay, well let's take the sugar first before we eat the salt.
These are so much better than Egghead. It's unbelievable.
They certainly are.
Like Luffy's Egghead outfit was outstanding. Like I'm not gonna give shade against that. Yeah. Luffy's outfit was absolutely incredible in Egghead. Robin's outfit looked terrible.
It did.
This outfit?
Immaculate.
Oh my god.
I love the sarong. I love it.
Sweet Nika. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
It's so good.
He's gorgeous. Frankie is... I loved how his arms are barrels. That's great.
Ancient samurai armor on Brook.
Yes.
Very cool. I mean, Luffy already looked immaculate. See, I saw the outfits.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that Road didn't make the outfits for the Straw Hats.
I think Ro made...
I think maybe Road stole the outfits that Gerd made.
Maybe, actually.
Maybe they both have the same kind of like hobby
Yeah.
in that way, but Road just takes it too far, so he's cringe.
Right. Well, Gerd is cute because it's like making doll clothes for her.
Yeah.
Gerd is growing on me a lot. I love her.
Gerd is also attractive, so we let her get away with it.
Exactly.
Where Road is an absolute cretin.
No, Road is a creature, yes.
He is a cretin who is worthy of being crucified.
Yes. Terrible.
But Gerd is a cutie patootie, so we let her get away with it.
Exactly.
She also doesn't kidnap people and force them to stay in her giant L bath. She just makes the outfits.
Exactly. Nor does she forcibly strip women. Like, oh my god. So,
the fact that they even brought that up.
That's crazy. That's actually lunacy. Road is a monster. Actual monster.
I hope they come back and be like, well, no, I had Gerd do that one for Nami. I'm sorry.
No. Keep him in the mud where he belongs.
Keep him in the mud. Make him the worst.
Make him the worst. Terrible now.
Until he becomes the main antagonist.
Yes.
With Loki. I want Road and Loki to be friends so bad, dude.
That has to happen when Loki.
I need it. Keep going.
Oh yeah, when Loki joins Howard, and maybe they'll become co-captains or something. I don't know.
Something along those lines.
Maybe him and Road can become friends. So now
maybe Road is the glue that ties the co-captains together.
Maybe.
Because like they're both quote unquote friends, but really they both just tolerate Road.
True.
But their mutual hatred of Road is what gives them camaraderie.
And then too, I think the plot point of Loki killing Harold is going to be a falsehood.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no way. Like you said, like a few shows ago, we've seen his inner monologue. There's no way Loki's like a bad guy.
It's over, dude. He's not a baddie.
Yeah, nah. Doesn't make sense. So, am I free to cut loose?
Is it about a certain character's outfit?
Yes.
Well, he's not wearing the outfit.
It's the same thing.
Of course not. Look at how different it is, though.
It's the same. I can't.
It doesn't have the patterns. We can actually draw this one.
Yeah. It's the same.
I kind of like what they did with his hair, though.
I don't even care because we've been here before. It's just red. It's just film red.
Yeah.
I said this in the video I do on the chapter. It's literally just the film red outfit. He will not put this man in anything else. It's so funny because it keeps happening. And you have to wonder, like, why is that?
And once again, we have all of these characters like blurting out these like big, bombastic, character-driven phrases.
Yeah.
Actually, like pushing the scene along, right?
Yeah.
You could literally take Jinbei out of this panel and nothing would be different.
Nothing. It's so... I'm glad he's wearing shoes. That's nice, but like, it's a
Brooke and Frankie are talking to each other.
Yes.
Gerd and Robin are talking to each other. This is like a scene.
Yes.
And then Jinbei's in the back going, comfy.
What does that do?
Great.
Like, what am I supposed to get from that?
And it's like, this would not be a problem if this was how Jinbei was utilized every chapter. They just kind of insert him in. He just like agrees with something and doesn't further anything.
No. Doesn't talk to anyone. I mean, he's supposed to be the father of the group now, which that's a lie. But
I mean, given fathers in One Piece, it makes sense.
Frankie's the dad. And Frankie has a beard now. That's sick.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm not getting anything from this. I'm not sure what this is supposed to mean. Like it's gonna be. You know what? Here's my New Year's prediction: Jinbei dies in Elbaf.
You think Jinbei's dying this year?
I hope so. I hope so. He is actually the worst character in the group, and he does not show any signs of him.
Yeah, but dog, if Jinbei dies, who's gonna stack the boxes?
I don't know. Well, Frankie already has the wheel, so he can stack the boxes as well. Well, at least maybe now, since he's not like drowning in patterns, Oda can put him in different situations and make him important in Elbaf.
Yeah, Oda will actually want to draw him.
Though I don't know why he gave him this dragon belt. You're not going to do anything with that. What does this even mean?
Mm-hmm.
What, like the other two have skull belts, and he just gets this weird dragon belt. Like, why?
It's a sea serpent because he's a fish guy.
Oh, I don't like it.
It looks like the headstone of a Viking ship.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Come on, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Oh my goodness.
I do like the big belt.
It's good. It's a good design motif.
And Frankie and Brooke both getting skeletons are very funny too, because they've both obviously Brooke getting the skeleton is way funnier.
Yeah.
But Frankie has also had the thing where he's had like his face ripped off, right?
Yes.
When he went to Baltimore.
Right.
He scared everyone.
Exactly. So yeah, no, it fits. And he's also like,
because he's got like that Terminator thing.
And he pressed the big skull button and made the whole lab explode.
Mm-hmm.
Because he thought it was a pirate button. But it fits. I agree.
The fact that him and Chopper both fell for the same thing.
Wait, I missed the joke. Where's that?
He pressed the skull button.
Oh!
Because he thought it was the pirate button.
Oh, that's a video. Good looking out. Oh my god. Yeah.
Chopper did the same thing.
Right, with the book. Oh, speaking of books, I was right! I called it! The Owl is Burndy World.
Yeah?
Yeah, oh my, and the reason why the owl is so cool is because he's the first animal in the series to be a paramecia user.
Yeah, it's always been like a sword that ate the elephant. It's never been the other way around.
Right, or like a chopper situation, which is an animal who's eating an animal fruit.
Yeah, it's always been Zoans.
So yeah, completely unique. Oh, he's Burndy World, yes sir. Which all the fillers are coming real now. That's weird. It's very odd.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I like Bonnie and Chopper together. That's very cute.
Yeah.
But I'm interested now because I wonder is he gonna do anything else? Or like,
what can the owl do?
Or is it like,
see, he can make books bigger. Could he make people giant sized?
Right. And then too, does he have the velocity thing like Burndy World had? Because Burndy World can also make things faster as well as bigger.
Because he can shrink down the books too. So maybe it only has to do with books.
Maybe.
Or maybe he can only do it on inanimate objects.
That could be, because that's a thing that happens, like a Shiki. He only affect inanimate objects and himself. Oh yeah, can the owl make himself bigger? Is he using it now?
Probably not.
Yeah, because I mean, all
he's an Elbaf. All the animals are big here.
That's true, but can he get bigger? Ooh. I don't know. That's cool. Wait a minute, what was another thing? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I was wrong. We take our W's, but we also take our L's. Saul is not Colin's father, but
Oh,
Ripley is Colin's mother, and that's kind of cool.
and oh my goodness. And Ripley with a human? That could be any human.
I think
that could be you at home, reader.
Yeah, it could be. It could
Finally!
Be finally. But if you would allow me to try again, I had a thought. What if it's she?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh my! Could you imagine how based and Chad-like it would be? Oh, Shiki's the best rock spire if that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
Big father indeed.
It's like, who could this be? Because how old is Colin here?
I don't know. Oh,
when do Elbathians reach adulthood?
That's a good question.
Would that be around 60? Would Colin be like 20 to 30 years old?
I mean, he would probably be like, I guess 17 to 20 now, or 15 to 20, because Road is 60. Road and Loki are 63.
Yeah.
And they're like teenagers, or at least in their 20s.
Yeah, so he's probably around half of that. So 20 to 30.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we can assume it's like who's been here 20 years ago.
Yeah, Shiki.
In Elbath, it would be like a Rocks pirate. It would have to be someone in Roger's age, right?
Yeah, and Shiki's plan was to last 20 years.
Yeah. So it's probably not Shanks. I know everybody was thinking that.
No.
But it probably ain't him.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if it was Roger, though?
No way. Oh my God.
Could you imagine after all of this that Roger had another kid?
Another son. But I could believe Shiki. I honestly could. We'll have to see.
Any one of the Rocks pirates. It might be Rocks.
Could be right, yeah.
But he doesn't have a clown nose, so...
And then, too, they speak about him as if he's still alive, so...
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So, like, my money's on Shiki, but we'll have to wait and see. I don't know.
I mean, Shiki is like one of the only ones it could be.
And then we have been talking. Well, I mean,
it's one of Brooks' crewmates.
Could you imagine?
From the battle convoy.
Oh, or it's Yorkie. His cat.
Ain't no way they made it this far.
Ain't no way. But yeah, if it's Shiki, that would be interesting because, like, now all the Rocks pirates who have been pirates, they now have children. So far,
yeah.
Yeah. And then too, like, I guess Shiki's whole thing, he likes things big animals, big ships, big bases, big women. I don't know.
And dog, if this is Shiki's son, Big Mom wants that kid.
Yeah, Big Mom. Could you imagine? Oh
Linlin wants that kid.
Could you imagine?
Linlin wants that kid.
Brother, no, wait. That's genius. That's the concept.
Linlin is coming here to steal this child if that is Shiki's son.
Shiki and Big Mom get into it because she's trying to kidnap his boy. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, baby. I like that.
Shiki is the one thing keeping Linlin from invading Elbath to steal giants for her plan.
Because she's too scared of him because he's crazy. Or really... Because you know what's weird? Shiki is like the only person I can think of who could actually counter her.
Mm-hmm.
Like in terms of dough fruit. Because all she does is make inanimate things like real. But technically they're still inanimate. So if he touches them, then they're under his control now.
Shiki?
Yeah, Shiki.
I thought his whole thing is that he just flied.
No, when he touches things, he can make them float and control them telepathically.
Okay.
And in the movie, it's like a real big deal because it has like a weird snowball effect. So if he touches like a a patch of snow, he can control like a whole mountain's worth of snow and turn into like a big lion head.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to be perfectly honest.
What?
Film Red is the only One Piece movie I've watched.
That's wild. You watched the worst one. But yeah, I love Ripley. Wow. All right, Oda, thank you. Yeah.
Ripley could be with any human.
Any human.
Even you, reader.
Even you, reader.
Now you know it's possible. Get on it, fan fiction writers.
Yeah, please. Quickly. Get on it, me. Get on it, thumbnail maker, which is me. But yeah, I like that she is, I guess, in the same age bracket with Brocky and Dory. It's unclear because she's like a warrior character, and she knows
how long ago did King Harold get killed?
6 years ago, which is like yesterday to them, I guess.
Yeah,
which is weird.
But King Harold was also in control, trying to, like, his whole thing was trying to, like, disarm Elbaf, right?
Well, not disarm, but educate. So, to promote them for trade.
His whole thing was trying to get them to stop being warriors.
Yeah.
In that way. And then he got killed. So now everybody's like, oh, we might as well do it.
We might as well honor his memory and, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long was King Harold in control? I guess would be the question.
That's the interesting thing, because they say that King Harold was not very well favored by the older generation. So like Ballbeard and Mountbeard.
He can't have been in power for that long.
It sounds like that he was fairly young for a king. That's what it sounds like by giant standards. So let's say for a metric, if Mountbeard Jarl is 400, maybe he was the same age as Brock and Dory.
Mm-hmm.
And he like just came to power recently. And recently I mean like in the last maybe 20 years.
Yeah. Which that would make sense for this new generation coming up to not wanting to be fighters.
Right. Because all of them are probably around age like 15 to 20. But yeah.
Except for Colin, who got that dog in him.
Yes, because he was raised appropriately by his loving mother. And
I love the fact that she's like, I'm going to teach the children to not be warriors, except for my son.
Yes.
I love that double standard.
She's a great... He does so little and so little time, but he just creates a very full character. It's so immaculate.
I mean, Oda's really good at that.
He is.
Like, creating lovable characters in very small amounts of time. He did that with Brooke.
Yeah. Too bad.
Brooke is one of the most lovable characters immediately.
Brooke is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad you couldn't do it for Jinbei. But anyway.
I mean, Jinbei was really lovable at the start.
Yeah.
I mean, we all loved Jinbei until 7 years of Jinbei not being on the crew.
Yeah. And I hate that the One Piece Obito situation happened and everyone told me that he was going to be a helmetsman. I'm like, well, that hasn't been set up at all. Why would that happen? And then it happened. I'm like, oh. Oh. It appears I am the fool for reading. Well, anyway, Sanji's pretty jazzed that humans and giants can breed. That's cool.
Because Sanji's like, anyone could be the father. Even me.
Even me. Could you imagine how angry she would be? Finds out. Well, no, that was Gerd, my bad.
He's like, anyone could be the father, even me. And Gerd loves humans. Interesting.
And I won't break because I have an exoskeleton. Thank you, Papa. Oh, I have a new dream now. Yeah, she could just she could literally sit on top of him and it'd be fine. That's crazy.
The all blue just got bigger. Holy smokes, dude.
Oh, I want to say a dirty joke, but I won't.
We'll do it for the Patreon only, guys.
Patreon only. At first, I need to sub a Patreon. Oh. Yeah, well, I guess.
But, so, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Colin is based. Ripley is based. Luffy is trying to kill the children.
Very funny.
In many different ways.
Frankie is interested in the trees, as he should be.
New outfits are based.
Yes.
Library is based.
Love it.
So, the books that they're reading, are these all the Ohara books?
Yes.
Okay.
Because the new giant warrior pirates saved them from the basin under the direction of Saul. So, yes.
I was under the impression that they would be written in the poneglyph language, but I guess that's not true.
No, yeah. Yeah, no, that's not true.
So where's the codex?
That's a good question.
Where's the Rosetta Stone?
Yeah. How do they learn the language? That's true.
Well, they learn the language by studying the poneglyph.
But like,
where's the book where they wrote down? Where's the dictionary? Where's the English to Spanish dictionary?
Yeah. Where is Mavis Beacon's teaching typing book?
Where's Muzzy for the Void Century?
Yo! Oh, that's a better call out. Remember Muzzy? Oh my god!
But yeah, Bibelot is cool. Head
him.
librarian. He is an owl.
He will tell you how many licks it takes to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop.
He gigantifies any book.
We'll go hard? Him with Mondor.
So, Lilith mentions that he's eaten the rear fruit.
Yeah.
To become a nurturing owl.
Right.
What would the rear fruit be?
As to raise. Like rearing a child.
So he was an owl, and he became a nurturing owl.
Right, like how when they say when someone eats adult fruit, they become a blank human.
Yeah.
It's like that. Or like
that's interesting.
Yeah, it makes sense because it's like in the theme of how people are described, because everyone's described like that. It's very odd.
Yeah, and if it's like a nurturing power,
yeah,
I guess it would work on people.
Yeah. Which it's funny because it's not only a reference to Burndy World, it's also a reference to Benz. Benz was the guy from One Piece film Z who had to grow fruit. And he couldn't generate plants like, say, Aramaki, Green Bull, but he could affect plants and make them grow bigger.
Yeah.
But it was only plants. So this is a more general power.
And it's interesting that it happens to be in a tree that we see this too.
True. Oh, good point. Very good point.
But big swing.
Big swing. I love that the giant kids are very bad. Wait a minute. He has horns.
Who?
Oh, the one child that Usopp is hanging from.
Does he?
Yeah, they're growing out of his head. I didn't notice that because there's a little girl later who also has horns.
Interesting. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird. That's a very interesting question. Like, where are ancient giants on the island?
And why do some people have horns and some need to wear helmets with horns?
Right. Like, why is that? Because on the flip, we have that with the Onis, and there are quite a few of them now. But there's Yamato, Kaido, Page One, Oti, Who's Who. There are a lot.
Mm-hmm.
No, not Sasuke. Sasuke's a fishman, which is weird too. But anyway, he's a unicorn fishman. Odd, but anyway, yeah. Why is that? Because see, like down here, this girl has black horn. Is she an Oni? Because Onis can have different colored horns, like we see. It's weird too that like it's really I think Yamato and what's her name, Black Maria, are the only ones with colored horn, and in different styles too. Because I believe Black Maria's is just like the tips are red, but with Yamato's the full horn that's red. Well, it's like yeah, it's different colors. It's like red and yellow. And again, I find it kind of peculiar that we're in a Yamato cover story who is a Oni, and Onis might be related to giants. So yeah, I don't know. And then Kuma is still a part of this, and we know that Buccaneers have giant's blood. So I don't know. I don't know. It's a very interesting thought. What's also interesting too, and this is just for me, I just want to know her name. The blonde giant that's a part of the Marines giant squadron. I wonder what her name is. And the only reason I keep thinking about her is because she is significant in that she's the only female giant in the entire squad. So I wonder, like, does she have a name? Will she ever be given a name? It's like her who stands out, and like the weird guy who's like a furry, and the whole cat get up. I don't know what that's about. It doesn't seem like it's a devil fruit power. It just seems like he likes dressing up like a cat, which is weird. Very weird. I don't understand. But yeah, he dresses up like a cat. He doesn't say meow or anything. He just dresses up like a cat. So I wonder why that is exactly. But yeah, so we still gotta talk about too, like the genealogy of giants, and that probably will come up because I do find it very odd that like throughout the entirety of, I guess you could call it the Yonko saga, there are giants peppered basically throughout the whole thing. Giants and then like giant fishmen, I guess you could say. Which is weird because like one of the first half breeds that we see is a wonton in Big Pan, who is a giant and a fishman. But the first one that we see, of course, is Sappi, who is a fishman. Oh no, I take that back. He's the first fishman hybrid we see. Sappi is. But Big Pan is the first giant hybrid we see. He is the first. So yeah, that's weird. And then two, we get to Fishman Island and we see that yeah, Fishman and Merfolk can become the size of giants, like with Wadasume and then with Shirahoshi. So yeah, and then two, then we get in the Punk Hash, so we meet the Yeti Cool brothers. We don't know what their deal is because they are described as giants as well. So I've always thought that they could be another half-breed situation in which they're giants and minks because they had red eyes and they had white fur. So I don't know. Red eyes like the Sulong variant of minks, and then they have white fur like what minks grow when they turn Sulong. So there's them, and then after that, it's what is it, Dressrosa, and we meet Harugen, which leads us into the New Giant Pirates, who are all main characters in Elbaf now. Following that, it's Whole Cake, and Whole Cake is significant because we see Big Mom's time on Elbaf with giants, and we see that Whole Cake is without giants, and that a little later we find, I know, actually a little earlier, we find out that Lolo is going to marry a giant in Loki, and now we're finally meeting Loki here, which then leads us into Wano and Onigashima, in which we have all the ancient giants that Vegapunk, I don't think Vegapunk made them. I believe it said they were resurrected by him, which, okay, but still we have all the giants here, the ancient giants rather. And then, of course, we have Onis, whom, based on what we learn later in Egghead, so after the Yonko saga, about Buccaneers being related to giants and having giants blood, it's likely seeing as how the Onis are horned people with no explanation. So it's likely that they too, like Buccaneers, are related to giants, in this case being ancient giants. Which then goes all the way back to Thriller Bark, of which we are introduced to our first ancient giant in Ors, who is accompanied by Moria, who is a big humanoid with horns, much like Kaido. So it's weird that there's just like been so much giant lore throughout the majority of the time skip at this point, really. The only one that's kind of like devoid of giant lore, but still an interesting thinking exercise and sizes is Fisherman Island, considering both variations of our sea dwelling folks can become giant. And those two are again Shirahoshi and Watasume, a fishman and a mer person. So like, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff to just think about now. And I think it's very appropriate that we're getting a Yamato cover story covering both arcs in which giant lore is important. So Elbaf, not Elbaf. Well, no, Elbaf and Egghead. So yeah, it's something to think about. Something to think about indeed. I do wonder too, are ancient giants going to be talked about? Because I can't imagine we go through this entire thing and we don't talk about the breakdown of giants. So I can't imagine Big Pan is the only wonton period. I was looking at the wiki the other day, and they were suggesting that wonton could come from the giant term for giants in Norse mythology, which is called Jotun or Jotun. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But yeah, I mean, the two words do look fairly similar, so that's a possibility. I don't know. So a New Year's, I guess, hope for 2025 is that we get into a breakdown of all the different giant combinations. I would like that, personally. It was interesting, too, like, putting the Seraphim in the mix. We have now Seraphim of, well, Kuma and Moria. So, possibly a Seraphim combination of a Buccaneer and an Oni. So, a Seraphim, a Lunarian combined with two variations of half giant. So, and two, we know now, and I know people were talking about this on TikTok. Colon is not a Buccaneer. Like, that's weird. I don't know why people were saying that, because his father was a human, that automatically makes him a Buccaneer. We don't really know what Buccaneers are. Because Buccaneer, at least for what I'm gathering, seems to be a very specified half giant class. You're not just a half human, half giant. Which, I mean, people should kind of know better in that situation, not to harper down on folk, but it's like, with a lot of things in One Piece, you have half steps and a lot of half measures, because you look at it like this. We have humans who eat fruits that turn them into animal people, right? Then we have naturally occurring animal people. And then these two things are completely different from one another, and they're treated as such, as characters like Nekomamushi, Inogarashi, Carrot, Beppo. All of them are treated in a different way from Zoan characters like, say, Lucy or Jabra or Kaku. And then all those characters are treated different from a different Zoan combination like, say, Chopper or Onimaru. And then between Onimaru and Chopper, they're treated different from one another. As Chopper is like a real freakazoid in how he's presented, whereas Onimaru is kind of like a even weirder situation, because even though he's a fox that's eaten a type of human fruit, it's a mythical type of human fruit. So he's actually treated like the yokai within the fruit, as opposed to a combination of being like a fox and a human. Then again, that could all go inside with like their different mentalities on their abilities. But with that being said, the point is that there are a bunch of different uh steps and half steps with how things are presented in One Piece. Therefore, I wouldn't jump the gun and say that what like Poland should just be a buccaneer because he's a half giant. You know, it has to be some sort of special designation as to what makes a half giant half giant and what makes a buccaneer, and then what makes an oni, and then what makes just a giant with horns a giant with horns. You know, because now that could be again another half step. We could just have giants who are horned people. That's possible because I could believe, based on looking at Ors and looking at Ors Jr., that over time, ancient giants have gotten smaller. Not significantly so, but maybe with this new generation, when you're talking about the children, maybe they are significantly smaller than guys like, say, the numbers that we see on Elbath. Because all of them, I guess looking at the one in the yellow, Hochi, I forgot his name, but I think he's supposed to be 180. So that puts him, I think, around to be like in his adult 20s or maybe adult 30s. You know. So with that being said, it's likely that, thing is how he's younger than the likes of probably Ors Jr. and Ors himself, that he's smaller than Ors, but probably around the same height as Ors Jr. So then these guys who are horned giants could be slightly smaller than Ors Jr. What I'm getting at. Which would be kind of neat. I don't know. We'll have to see about that. But yeah, seeing as how there are so many half steps and half measures in One Piece, I can see there just being naturally occurring half ancient giants that exist because maybe, I don't know, ancient giants could be the original giants and then giants split off from them, or there could be ancient giants who are these children's parents or their ancestors. It could be like a Fishman thing in which DNA just exists in the bloodline and comes out randomly. That's how you get different fish being born to different types of parents. And then the type can change too. So like the child can be a mer person or a fish person because they're relatively the same. I find that very interesting that whether you're talking about a fish person or a mer person, the style changes greatly. Because, for example, you have fishmen octopi like, say, Hachi or Okopako, I think her name is. But on the flip, then you have guys like, oh, what's the daughter's name? And she's a female octopus or person from Whole Cake. I forgot her name. You have her, and then you have Hyozo, right? And even between those two, there's a very interesting difference, as she doesn't have an weird like cartoon octopus mouth, and he does, you know. So yeah, it changes greatly. Then again, too, that frees up Oda just from an art perspective to draw whatever he wants. And I guess in real life that's realistic too, because I mean, the expectation is that you get some semblance of what the outcome is supposed to be, but it doesn't have to be an exact science, especially when you're talking about something that's fictional, I guess you could say. I'm rambling, but yeah. with that being said, yes, I am excited to see where this is actually going, simply because that's a weird little note. And I didn't even see that the boy, too, beforehand has horns as well. So that, again, could mean anything or could mean a great number. Under with those who have horns, are they destined to be bigger than ones without? Because we haven't really seen a regular adult who is not an ancient giant with horns. And then two, what's weird about two is that not all ancient giants have to be different colors. A lot of them are, like we see in the numbers. But then I believe number 8 and number 9, and number 9 was the only female one. I think her name was Koo Queen or something like that. She was flesh toned. She looked like a regular person, but she was an ancient giant. Whereas the rest of them, like Yamato's like friend who ate the smile horse fruit, he was yellow and it had red hair, so he kind of looked like Oris Jr. But yeah, he was a different color. And then you had guys who were green, you had guys who were purple, you had guys who were blue. Then you have like say what's his name? What's the giant's name who's friends with Apu now? Because in the anime, when he's officially colored, he's kind of got flesh tone, skin tone as well. He's just like darker skinned. So yeah, he's got brown skin. So yeah, he's just regular flesh toned. So it varies very drastically. And that's an interesting thing too. I wonder, do the colors matter? Like if you are a odd colored ancient giant, are you more of a pure breed than say one that's flesh tone? And then with Onis too, I wonder, can you be a weirdly toned Oni? Like with Moria, for example. Is Moria a common occurrence? Because Moria really does match like Ors and Ors Jr. because he's literally stark white with magenta hair, you know? Which is kind of odd. And that appears to be his normal flesh tone. It doesn't seem like he's wearing makeup or anything like that. Like it's not like he's like a clown character, even though he kind of looks like a clown. But yeah, he's just stark white. He's actually white, and he has magenta hair. So he does match up with a lot of the weird stuff we've been seeing from ancient giants and being an Oni. Presumably, I should say. So we'll have to wait and see where that goes. And then two, I wonder if horn size matters at all because he has the smallest horns, I think, of any horned person we have encountered that hasn't been like a fishman or anything like that. So that's weird too. And then that begs the question, like, okay, well, does horn size and horn shape matter at all? I would think not, but you never know. But they always seem to be kind of like bull slash devil horns. No one has like a ram horns or anything like that, which I think is interesting. They either look like Onis because they're like either in the front of their head, kind of like protruding from their forehead, like Black Maria Moria, or they're just like jutting out the side of their head, like Yamato and Kaido and Who's Who and all of them. So it's interesting. It's interesting. I wonder if that means anything. And then too, like with Scotch and Rock, I wonder what's up with them because Rock had like an Eastern Island head thing going on. So whatever, maybe when you have a mink and a giant together, maybe they're called Yetis in some places, but they're called Frost Giants on Elbaf. Maybe that's a possibility. And then maybe they just all look like Eastern Island heads. You know, they all look like Squidward's house. I don't know. That's certainly possible. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really sure what the outcome is going to be. And like they said, they came from a mountainous area. So I would think maybe they came from the underworld, you know? if they are giants from Elbaf, maybe they came from the underworld where Loki's being held because there are mountains down there, right? So it's possible that they grew up there and then just left to become. I think they were bounty hunters, so they just left to become bounty hunters at one point.
Are we talking about the Yeti Cool brothers?
Yeah, because
my guys.
I went off on this big tangent about like the children having horns, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that could mean anything. It could mean like, say, ancient giants are actually cordial or regular giants, and they could just be the children of them. Or it could be like a Fishman situation in which maybe an ancestor was an ancient giant once upon a time, and they just got the genes from them.
Maybe they just have horns, like it's a hat kind of thing.
Yeah,
who even knows?
Because the treatment of horns is so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then too, now we know like Buccaneers have giant's blood.
Yeah.
So with Onis, meaning like Yamato and all of them, do they have ancient giant blood? Because it's weird that we're introduced with somebody with horns and an ancient giant at the same time in Thriller Bark with Moria and Oars.
Yeah.
So there has to be something there. And then furthermore, it's weird that like when you think about like Kaido and Yamato and stuff, all of them have regular flesh tone. And then but Moria is like stark white with magenta hair. Which is kind of weird because it reflects like how some ancient giants look, because you have Oars with red skin, Oars Jr. with yellow skin, and some numbers have purple or blue skin, but then some numbers, like I believe 8 and 9, are flesh tone. They just look like normal people.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but it's all very interesting.
I just wanted to end this chapter off, though. Like we already talked about the whole Shanks thing, right?
Yeah, we did. It's Shanks' evil Shanks. I believe
Shanks' evil twin brother.
Yeah,
but
thanks.
I would just like to talk about how blessed we are that we get to live in a world where we get to experience Mountain Field Jarl.
Yes.
I love this final panel.
He's so big.
He's got a sword through his head, but don't worry. The helmet saved him. I love that.
He's a treat.
I love that so much.
He's such a treat.
That is such a One Piece joke.
It is.
I missed it so much.
We're so back.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's the oldest giant in the world. Which is weird, because, like, okay, he's 400. So I guess he's, like, in his 80s.
Yeah.
It's weird. And yeah, he's just...
Also, it's wild they brought back Stanson.
It is. I'm glad they finally acknowledged it. I've been saying it for a while, so I'm glad that they just, like, say, like, yeah, no, he's the guy that was with Rayleigh from the auction house. Like, I've known this for a minute, and I've said it, like, several times, so I'm glad they just said it for the audience. Seeing as how they gave Haruden his whole thing from Just Rosa. So yeah, I'm glad. That was good. I like that a lot. And yeah. Ballbeard was killed by Big Mom. So Mountain Beard. Oops. So Mountain Beard has just been by himself all this time, being old and gray, with a sword sticking through his skull. That's so good. Yeah.
Poor guy.
Look how big he is compared to Broggy.
He's huge.
My goodness.
Like, you consider how big Broggy is?
Yeah.
He's huge.
Like, I wonder what's the cutoff between sizes, between, like, ancient giants and giants. Because then Oars is bigger than him.
Yeah.
Significantly so. So it's like, wow.
Yeah, Oars was absolutely enormous.
Yeah. And then the numbers, too, are big because they're all ancient giants. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So with that being said, any New Year's things you want to, or things you want to see in the new year to finish this off?
I hope One Piece is good.
Me too.
I certainly hope One Piece is good this year. Because I'll tell you what, with the exception of some shining awesome examples, it's pretty rough. 2024 was kind of rough.
A little rough, and the year before was as well.
2023 was fine. 2023 ended around the time that we were going around the world. 2023 ended around the time that, if I'm not mistaken, 2023 was what's his face? Garp.
Oh, right. Okay. No, that was good.
So yeah, start of Egghead into all of that was very good. So 2023 was fine. 2024 dropped the ball.
Yep. And it rolled down the stairs.
And now we're, much like Sisyphus, we are rolling it back up.
Yes. Slowly, carefully, but very fun. Very funnily. I love it. My only
Mountain Beard is a very, very good step.
His introduction is kind of immaculate. We're back to our joke. We're back to like a Wapple joke. You know how he got decapitated and they just sewed his head back on? Very good.
Yeah.
My only hope for 2025 is that we get giant genealogy just a little bit. Because we've kind of gone loosey-goosey about like half giants and what's a buccaneer. Also, again, Colon is not a buccaneer. People were saying on TikTok. No, a buccaneer is a very specific designated thing.
Colin is way too big to be a buck.
Exactly.
So it can't be half giant, half humans.
No, it's something very specific. Same thing with like Onis. They're just aren't half ancient giants. There's something
because
related.
Colin is bigger than Kuma.
Exactly.
Like straight up, Colin is bigger than Kuma now.
Right. And
so
then,
he's not a buccaneer.
And then two buccaneers have very like specific proportions.
Yeah.
Which is why like you look to Whitebeard, but you're like, maybe.
Maybe.
But yeah.
Weevil definitely. Whitebeard, maybe.
Weevil could be. Weevil's interesting, yeah.
I hope we get back to that storyline at some point.
Me too. And that goes
maybe sometime this year. Maybe when we have the eventual 2 months away from the Straw Hats this year.
Yeah. Which would be fitting because we are in giant country. So bring us all your giant stuff. But with that being said, great chapter. I think there's a chapter next week. But yeah.
So what do you think? Like, because that's just the way it is now, right? Halfway through this arc, we're probably going to cut away to talk about everything else that's happening in the world.
Yeah.
What is there to talk about?
The invasion of Empty Bluff Island.
We got to talk about that. We've probably got to push Blackbeard versus the Big Mom Pirates.
Or the recovery plan of a small band of Big Mom Pirates.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's...
Like, we got to talk about getting Pudding back.
Yes.
What... Maybe we could have like a small hint as to what's going on with Big Mom and Kaido.
Yep.
Are they alive? Are they dead? Maybe hints at something there. Something weird's happening in Wano. Maybe that's how we'll end the cover story.
Maybe, because the cover story has to finish. There has to be a reason for it existing.
I mean, there's only ever been one reason why the cover stories as to like so far.
Yeah.
It's only been one cover story that directly has to do with the story.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes and no.
I mean, eventually they all come back.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let's introduce the Grand Fleet. Let's introduce the giant pirates. And here we are. Now the giant pirates are here. Right. There's only ever been one that directly leads into the story.
Oh, yeah, the Blackbeard one. Yeah, like...
The Blackbeard one?
Like immediately, yeah.
Immediately is what I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So, because this is assumedly happening concurrently with what's happening now, maybe.
It would,
because this could be happening while they were in Egghead.
Fair.
Maybe not.
And then, like, was there a point for Yamato not to hear the message about the world flooding? Was that a point?
Did she not?
Yeah, no, she didn't. It was just Kinemon and Momonosuke.
Huh.
She was already off doing stuff.
She was off on her pilgrimage.
Yep.
Fighting Kaido or something.
Yeah. And then
Kaido and Big Mom are gonna show up. It's gonna be like this gigantic thing, right?
Yeah.
Where like we fused Kaido's soul into Pluton. And he's like erupting from the volcano. It's gonna be like this gigantic thing.
I can see it.
And then Tama's gonna kick him in the head and end the war.
Yep, and then he will die.
Tama top 1, baby!
But I do like the thought of Big Mom trying to steal Shiki's son.
Dog, if this is Shiki's son, Big Mom wants that kid.
I could also imagine that we see rocks in this arc. If we're talking about Shiki, because I've often thought that based on how Shiki acts and how much coverage he's been given over the years, he seems
I think Oda's still gonna wait on rocks.
That's fair.
But go on.
Like I could see him being a Rox's right-hand man. Like I could see like it's him and Newgate, and they're kind of like the devil and the angel on Rox's shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Because Newgate,
I could see us getting one more flashback.
Yeah, fair.
Like one more big flashback, like a more human, a more personal flashback of two characters sitting down and talking to each other.
Yeah.
Where they black out his face again. I could see us getting one more of those.
Yeah.
Before the next big final arc where we have to find the One Piece where we reveal his.
Because we haven't really gotten that with Rox yet, in which he's just sitting down talking to a member of his crew.
Yeah, we haven't gotten the Rayleigh join my crew yet.
Right.
Which we got with Roger before we showed Roger's like real face during Odin's flashback, I think.
I believe so. Yeah, we actually saw another. Yeah, we saw another variant of Roger recently at God Valley before he got the mustache, which was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just Luffy, but yeah. Yeah, we need to see how Shiki was convinced to join Rox. Where does Shiki come from? Does Shiki come from Wano? Because we know that the Kurosumi grandmother did copy him at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Is he from Wano? Is he from somewhere else? I don't know. But yeah, I think we need to see it. And then furthermore, what's his relationship with Lin Lin? Are they friends? Does she not trust him?
Brother, if Shiki's in this arc and Big Mom is a major component of Wano or of Elbaf. Like, brother.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, because I talked about that in the video. Like, it's very possible that one or the other could be the main antagonist. But now,
considering how they're both kind of mad about Lola, what if Loki kidnaps Colin to take him back to Totland?
That'd be weird. But then, like, I guess with Loki going to Totland, isn't that good enough, though? But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, that's possible.
There's a lot. God. I'm not sure if I want Lin Lin to show up.
Yeah.
But it feels like she has to, right?
She actually has to, yeah.
It's just that, man, she's been in the story too much.
Yeah. I mean,
Wano was so much for her.
Yeah.
But it feels like she needs to be here.
Yeah. It's weird, too, because I'd say her and Whitebeard, even though Whitebeard's dead now, seem to be like the most important Yonko in the story, I guess, just from how much we've heard about them and how much they seem to influence the world. Whereas,
I mean, Whitebeard's dead, but is he?
Don't do that.
Perhaps his clone.
S Whale.
His progeny, S Weevil.
Oh, S Weevil. Okay, forgot. Yeah, right. And that would make sense too, because it's being hinted like, no, literally all of them have kids.
Mm-hmm.
Even Shanks.
I can't wait for them to clone Ace. Instead of an S animal, it'll just be AS.
Yeah.
Ace.
Oh, that's good actually. Because the S was crossed on his arm. Oh, Zakk. Oh, Zakk.
Oh God! I didn't even think of that. Oh no!
Oh, Zakk. I hate. Oh no. We should end the show on that.
He has the tattoo, but then crossed out all the other letters.
Oh no.
Bars open.
Oh.
Holy smokes! That would be horrible. I would hate that.
So what? He crossed out the PX on his chest and just wrote S above it.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my!
It has PSX because he's a big fan of the PlayStation.
We brought it back to the first topic. Excellent. Well.
So anyway,
yeah.
Subscribe to Polypede Works for the love of God.
We're doing it on both channels, bro. We're just hit 2,000 on TikTok. But I think while you're on TikTok, you should check out Pinball PA. You should have gone to the place for Christmas and New Year's. You should have fun at the arcade. But
we did pretty good this week.
Oh, good. I'm happy.
I'm gonna be honest. Like New Year's, we had like 150 guys.
Excellent.
Went pretty well.
But also check out Reddit Sephiroth on the YouTube.
Eventually, I will post.
You can check out Paula P Works on Twitch. You can check us out on YouTube, and you can check
if you are on the Twitch,
yeah,
hit that follow button.
Freeze, pretty.
Good Lord, I want to see 1 billion followers.
Actually, 1 billion. So then we can
1 billion.
Yeah, subscribe to Paula P Works and Rose Skull Podcast on YouTube. Subscribe to Reddit Sephiroth. The bar is actually open. We are back from holiday, so
don't be dodgy, boys.
We'll see you next time.